Hey guys, welcome back. The Psychic Shari YouTube show. Talking to Sherry Klein again. No mini reads today. That's all right. We have a topic. Should be very interesting. It's interesting to me. Anyway, reincarnation and soul contracts. Um, uh, there's a lot we could talk about. We're going to package everything into like 10
Yeah.
minutes. So we'll do the best we can to not um, consume the entire show based on this.
Right.
So we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're going to delve into Sherry's mailbag, address some of her emails she's received, and I've got 4 people here that are looking for readings from her emails. Then we're going to do little alphabet messages today. Sherry's going to provide some spiritual advice to every one of you watching the show either live today or if you watch it in the future. It'll work either way.
Mhm.
And then finally, we'll be giving readings to any of the live viewers out there who post their requests in the chat session. So post your chat or post your request, and we'll try and get to you as soon as we can. Let's see what we got out here. Maria, welcome back.
Hi, Maria.
Um, well, let's get right to it here. I know you're regular. I know you've talked about this before, Maria. uh, just wondering about me and Philip. You were so sad. I loved him. We broke up. There'll be a possibility to him to come back. Sherry, what do you think?
Okay. The first thing that came up is at this point right now, they still show me his back towards you, and I just see him almost walking away from you. Doesn't mean that he won't come back maybe in the future. Something tells me that you guys might be on again, off again, on again, off again. Um, and they just show me at this point it might be a good thing that he doesn't come back into your life, because they're telling me that there might be a need for you maybe to have some boundaries, um, because it feels like that the relationship um, was not healthy, or even, and it felt like you gave too much in the relationship and he didn't give enough. And this might be a time for you to work on yourself and work on your self-esteem, because it feels like not only him but other people through your lifetime have beat you down, and your spirit team and your guides want you to work on loving you and working on building your self-esteem. So I hope that helps, Maria.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Whenever you get depressed out there, your vibration gets really low. And
Mm-hmm.
you're putting that out into the universe, and you're attracting other low vibration people.
Right.
So I mean, increase your
And
vibration, be happy, get out there, experience life. Look at this guy as one of your experiences in this whole life.
yeah.
Raise your frequency, and then high vibration people will be attracted to you.
Yeah. And it's harder though, like with her case, what I'm picking up on is when you're always beaten down, you're always belittled, it almost becomes normal.
Uh-huh.
And so some people don't even realize it, that they're in an unhealthy relationship. And it doesn't have to be love relationships, it can be friendships too. And they almost expect that from people. So that's why her guides were saying, lick your wounds a bit, and work on some self improvement, the way she thinks about herself. So,
Okay. Debbie Castle, hello.
hi,
Happy
Debbie.
Wednesday to you too.
Yeah.
Great to see you again. Kathy, thanks
Hi,
for coming.
Kathy.
Appreciate it. Kathy would like to know what you see for her as well.
All right. So let's see. Instantly, the first thing that came up is they're showing me picking up the pieces, and they're using symbolism like you're walking down a path and, oh wait, I forgot this, I didn't pick this up. So but thank you, Irene, because as I'm talking, I'm talking to my spirit guides at the same time, asking them I need more clarity because it's not really making sense to me. Um, what they're saying is you might be going back and working on, again, some self improvement for yourself. And you might go back and think, oh, I forgot this. Oh, maybe I want to work on this. And then it's a funny thing. Once you acknowledge and think, oh, I'm going to work on this, people will start to come out of the woodwork and give you the opportunity to work on certain behaviors or the way you react. And not that you're asking them, but again, just like Bobby said earlier, it's vibration and we put it out. It's almost subliminal. Everything is energy. So you'll attract people that will help you to work on, they just said, work on yourself. It feels like you already have been, but not that there's a finish line, but they're just saying you might start to take a little bit of a different turn and work on different aspects of yourself. You know, we can always maybe try to diet and look better or work on our spiritual part or how we think or our responses. They just saying what you're going to be working on something a little bit different. And then other people are going to come in and give you the opportunity to really solidify that. So I hope that helps, Kathy.
Okay, great. You are welcome, Maria.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. Why don't we go ahead and we've got our initial uh, bit of reads out of the way. Why don't we go ahead and get to our topic,
Okay.
reincarnation and soul contracts. This should be fun.
Okay.
So, Sherry, let me start this out. Let's say I'm a soul up in heaven and
Mhm.
I'm bopping around up in there, having a good old time or whatever souls do up there.
Uh-huh.
Why would I want to come down here? Why why do we incarnate here on earth?
Because this is a school and we come here for our soul to evolve.
Okay.
And we can do it a lot quicker here than on the other side. You know, when everything's super great, wonderful, and awesome, we're not going to rock the boat. You know, we're not going to, even here on this earth, we're not going to rock the boat. We're not going to do anything. We're not going to change anything up or learn. But it's when we get knocked down and get the breath knocked out of us and run into obstacles, that's when we really are faced with really going deep and learning how to uh, work on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But it's a school,
Yeah.
and we come here for our soul to evolve because we want to experience everything.
And everything I guess is so easy up in heaven and so hard down here.
Mhm.
And that's how
Yeah,
you learn, I guess, huh?
yeah, and you know we still learn on the other side.
Yeah.
We still get counseled. We can learn anything that we want. But it would be like if you were to read a book on how to take an engine apart in a car, it's a lot different than reading it than if you actually do it. So this is more the
Yeah.
hands-on approach.
Okay. Okay.
And then it really sticks with you a lot
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why we
true.
evolve quicker
Uh-huh.
and it's
That's right.
harder.
It really is. It really
Yeah.
is. So when souls come down here, is there generally a purpose for we don't just come down here just to say hi. I mean, we have a we have a purpose for incarnating down here, right?
Yeah, we have what they call soul contracts.
Okay.
Everybody has them. And some people have a lot more and a lot harder ones than others. It just is what on the other side, what you think, and you get counseled with counselors too, and what you want to experience. Oh, well, maybe I want to come here and learn forgiveness. All right. So that's going to be my big soul contract. So let's say I come down and that's going to be one of my things that I want to work on. Doesn't mean I'm going to always accomplish it. This could be my 20th lifetime trying to figure that out. But that would be what I call the big hitter. And then I would have other contracts with who knows how many people. And I could say, okay, when I'm 27, I want you to come and steal a bunch of money from me and then beg my forgiveness and let's see if I can forgive you. And then I may go to another soul. Again, this is before we incarnate, although we can alter them while we're here too. I could say, oh, well, let's, get in a relationship and you cheat on me and then ask for my forgiveness. Let's see if I can forgive you. So we can have the big main ones, and then we can have all these other things to kind of test us or to teach us. And then with
Okay.
each one, it's kind of like leaving little breadcrumbs. Um, I can look back 5 years. Oh, I could never forgive anybody, but now I see things differently. So people come in like that. They
Okay.
come in to learn.
We all have certain lessons, right? We want to learn, and that's in our contracts to
Right.
learn those, or hopefully learn those
Hopefully learn
lessons.
those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that brings up the other thing. If we have this contract that these are going to happen to us, then what about free will? Don't we? I mean, if these things are already destined to happen
But they're
for us,
not. Just
okay,
like just like we said, we come in with that. It doesn't mean it's going to happen.
okay,
That may be, yeah, that's what I want to work on. But then Sherry may be down here and say, you know what? I'm not going to forgive anybody because I have free will. And let's say that, go back to what we were talking about, forgiveness. Let's say I really master this forgiveness by the time I'm 30, and I can really forgive people no matter what they do. Well, all the other contracts that I made, oh, come to me when I'm 35 and 40, I no longer need those contracts because I've already accomplished that goal, what I wanted to do here.
okay, okay.
So, yeah.
So these contracts we set up with other souls,
Yes.
and they incarnate with us, or I mean, at different points in time, maybe.
Right. Yeah. And we do have what is called soul groups, where groups of people, normally it's like us siblings, and parents and stuff and kids, will incarnate over and over again. And we'll play different roles. Like we're brother and sister this one. I may be your father in the next life,
Yeah,
we can switch things up. But we all know, that saying where they say, uh, like nobody can push your buttons like family members. And it's because they know you. They know you more than just being in the family, because on an unconscious level, sometimes we can remember maybe from other past incarnations. And we do that to push the buttons to push us into evolving and to learn.
yeah.
So,
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah,
mhm.
because a lot of these contracts, I mean, you start to wonder. I'm thinking about Marie and the rough life she's had. You know, maybe this was built into her soul contract. She would come down here; these things would challenge her.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
And just like how she was talking about, oh, is Philip coming back? Maybe they've split up and come back, split up and come back. I get so many people that book readings with me, and they're always like they can't walk away, they can't break it off from their ex. They're always kind of wanting to go back or something. It's because they didn't learn what they were supposed to or what they wanted to.
mm,
Some people, of course, can break it off, but then they'll just call in another person that will treat them the same way. So there has to be that internal work, um, learning boundaries, working on, nobody's going to love you any more than you love you. So if you don't love yourself, nobody else is going to. So there's
well,
lot of lessons.
yeah.
So,
So how can we know what's in our contracts? Can we? Is that
well,
a Akashic records we
one
can
way that
tap
you can
into?
tell is, again, synchronicities And when things come up over and over and over again, almost like Groundhog's Day, you're
Oh
like,
yeah.
wow, that's weird. Or you'll hear the same things over and over. Um, yeah, there's a lot of different ways. I'm getting sidetracked. It's funny. Uh, my guides were talking to me about when, uh, okay, I'll give you an example. Uh, I wanted, when I became a psychic and medium, even though I was born with this, but when I really started going to school, before I started school, I kept feeling like I was supposed to be doing something, but I didn't know what it was. And it was a series of events and it took several months. But the minute I walked into the psychic development class, that feeling went away. So that's how that was one of my contracts, to come into this earth and to be a reader and a healer. And
Mm-hmm.
and when your life always feels like you're beating your head up against the wall and life is so hard, that's when you're off the mark. That's your higher self saying, "Hey, this isn't part of what you came here for. Let's let's make this avenue really hard so maybe you'll work on what you really came here to do."
Mm. Okay. All right.
So,
So um, I'm sure we reincarnate a number of times. How many times do you think we've reincarnated as a soul? Hundreds, maybe
oh,
thousands. I don't.
more than that.
Could one of our past lives affect this life?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. I'll give you a couple of examples. Um, in my past life, I know that I was a healer. I was a hands-on healer and I was a psychic. Well, that was taboo because I got my fingers smashed, my fingertips. Well, I don't know if you can see my fingertips all look like they've been smashed. This didn't start until I started my psychic training classes about 20 years ago. And so what that is that was me, my higher self, giving me this cue like, okay, now if you start in this psychic stuff again, this is going to be the reminder it didn't end well in your last life. So, but of course, once I realize it, and it doesn't hurt at all.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what we do. If you're an alcoholic or addicted to drugs and you don't break that when you're here on this earth, it's a lot harder to break it on the other side. And a lot of times we will come back in a lifetime where you'd be an alcoholic or a drug addict or something, and then you'd have to try to work on overcoming it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will keep coming back and back and back until we get it right.
Yeah.
So, and you're asking, yeah.
I had that. I told you about the experience I had on the boat. We went out. We were vacationing in Panama City or somewhere. We went out on a boat, little tour, to see the dolphins or stuff. I didn't think anything of it. Never been on a boat before. Hey, it's fun. We'll go see the dolphins jumping around. Man, got out on that boat. It started going away, and then the the land just started disappearing.
Hmm.
I freaked out on this. I mean, shaking. Um, my daughter was next to me. She would get up, from the bench to look over. I'd grab her and shove her on the bench. She's like,
Yeah, sit down. Your
I finally had to go inside. They had a little inside cabin. I had to go inside and just like breathe slowly. And I, I, I must have died in a past life going overboard, being
yeah.
eaten by a shark or something. I don't know, but I've never had that happen to me before.
That's funny
It's
because
crazy.
yeah, I know that I like died of a drowning in a past life. And isn't it funny that our parents had we had that in-ground swimming pool, and then I got certified to be a lifeguard, and I love the ocean. it's almost like everything's kind of pushing me into trying to get over that fear of water, although I love it, but I am scared of drowning.
Yeah. My daughter, whenever we drive over a bridge, she just goes berserk.
That is so funny. So does our sister Debbie. Did
Oh,
you know
yeah.
that?
No, I didn't know that.
Debbie cannot go over a bridge either.
That's weird.
And see, that's our soul group. So those two, even though, she's her aunt, your daughter's aunt, they could have been brothers or sisters in a past life. And, you
Probably
know,
somebody threw them over a bridge.
yeah, or the bridge collapsed or something when they
Yeah.
were on it.
Hmm. That is crazy.
And yeah, and people call them phobias, but it really is pulled in uh, from your past lives,
Yeah.
and we just have to keep kind of working on it until we overcome it, because this is a school.
Yeah. It is. It is. So these contracts that we write up or agree to before we incarnate, can we like, are they carved in stone? Uh,
No,
we can change them, right?
yeah,
How do we do that?
we could even change them with people who have already crossed over. If we know we have a contract with the person who's already crossed over, you can do it that way too, or with someone who is still here on the earth plane. You don't have to talk to them in person. You can just envision that they are in front of you, and with the intention, almost like you're talking to them and say, hey, you know what, we've tried this several times, it's not working. Let's go ahead and tear up the contract. You go your way, I'll go mine. I wish you well, and bye bye. But sometimes people want to tear up those contracts really early, maybe too soon. So they guides kind of want you to be cautious on that. But yeah, we can definitely tear up contracts.
Okay. All right.
And that might be something for gosh, the
Maria,
girl I yes. Maybe envision she's tearing up a contract with her
Philip.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Philip, yeah.
Yeah. That might helpful.
Hmm.
So last question I have, how can we live more in alignment with what we came here to do?
Well, again, if you feel like that you're beating your head up against the wall, then you're off the mark. Even people who go back to the example I gave, oh, once I went into the psychic training, that feeling went away, so I know I'm on mark. Who knows, maybe 10, 20 years from now, I might not want to do this, or I've already fulfilled it. I might need to go on to something else. And then it might get tough and tougher to do it. So then I might be, you know what? Okay, I'm going to work on this now. So we can change, even though we get one of the soul contracts, doesn't mean we have to stay with it the rest of our life.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but when life is going easy and you feel like you're going with the current, that's when you know you're kind of on the right track. But when you always feel like you're trying to swim up current, that's going to be, a tap on the shoulder, like, hey,
Yeah.
let's redo this.
Okay. Well, great. Great. Anything to wrap up? Uh, anything else you want to talk about?
One thing that just kind of popped in my head is, and we all have things that happen to us that we don't like. But when they do, I find it easier if I always ask my higher self or my guides, what am I supposed to learn? And then, be in the listening, you're probably not going to hear it, but present the question. And another thing too, you have to realize nothing happens to you, it happens for you to evolve.
Mm.
So when you look at it like that, it kind of takes some of the sting out of it.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
All right. Why don't we get back to our comments? So we got a lot of new people in here.
Okay.
Got a little bit behind. What we wanted to do here is when we do a topic, just stay with that topic because Shari gets a little scattered when we go back and forth between the comments. And so we want to try and keep her mind right today. So we'll stay on the topic, and then we'll come back and address some of the comments here. So
Yeah.
let's go back through in here. Debbie, taking your class, loves your class, a lot of activity going on. What do you see for her?
Okay. Thanks, Debbie. Let's get in here just a bit. Boy, one thing they're showing me is that you're in like a revolving door, and you're going around in there, and you're asking yourself, oh, should I get off here or there or there? It's almost like you're in the middle of a whirlwind. Spirit is saying you don't have to make any major decisions right now. Don't make any major decisions, especially if you're really emotional. Just kind of let the cards fall where they may a little bit, and just let the dust settle. And some of the things that you might be worrying about, they're saying will kind of work their way out all on their own. Because if you they're just saying try not to stress yourself out, because it just feels like you might have you might be pulled in a lot of different directions. And they're just saying if you have to, write down a list of things to try to free up your mind and work on your breath, and take deep breaths when you feel overwhelmed.
Okay.
So
Well,
I
I hope
hope
that
that,
helped, Debbie.
Debbie.
The bite size comedian. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Uh, she's got, I can go through here. We go. What should I know about the year ahead? Reference to my spiritual journey, life purpose.
All right. So let's get in here just a bit. One thing that they're talking about is the life purpose. They're starting with that first. And they're starting with you, because they're just showing me all fingers are pointing at you. And this is going more within instead of searching outside of you. Of course, we always want to try to learn different modalities and things of this nature, but they said you actually will learn more quickly if you sit in silence and go within and start working with your guides, because your guides are going to take you down a road that hasn't been paved yet. And you may not necessarily be on the same spiritual journey as a lot of people that you might mm, get on their podcast or listen to. Yours is going to be a little different. And that's the way you like, because you like to dance to your own drum, and you like to be a leader. Uh, it's funny, they're showing me this. They say, not all people who wander are lost. Um, but they're saying you're very creative. And I love when you say the bite sized comedian. I don't know if you're out on stage, but they're just saying whatever it is that you do, you're going to do it better when you experience it yourself instead of reading about it. That's like me with my readings and working with people. I've been through a lot. I've experienced a lot. I can be a better teacher when I walk through the fire. And that's what they're saying with you. Um, Things might start shaking, rattling, and rolling, but that's okay. Think of it like a pixie's. What are those things called, Bobby? The pixie sticks that look like a straw.
56.
And they're saying if you just kind of tap it and go like that, it kind of gets things out. That's what's going to happen. You're going to start shake, rattling, and rolling, but things are really going to start to move for you in as far as the spiritual world journey goes in this year ahead. So I hope that was helpful for you. Oh
Okay.
wait, one thing. I don't know why they're saying that. Life purpose. One thing is happiness that comes up for you. Of course, that's not your only life purpose. People think they have one thing to come in. There can be a lot of them, but yours right now in this window where you're at is to find happiness. So that's what comes up for
Wow.
the bite-sized comedian. That's funny. I like that.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. Marcellus, welcome. I think you
Marcella.
should have a request for a reading, but you feel anything for her?
All right, let's see what we've got here just a bit. One thing, the first thing that came up from spirit is I don't know if you're thinking about it, but they're showing me maybe you getting a new hairdo and kind of doing things differently. You might start to buy different clothing, different colors, colors that you may not ever wear. You might find yourself navigated towards those to buy different clothing, whether it be at the Goodwill or whether it be at Von Mar, wherever you go, and different hairstyles. And you're just taking more self-care, is what they're talking about. You give, it feels like, so much to other people. It's almost like they're saying it's time for you to replenish yourself, take care of yourself. You can only give what you got. And so they're just saying pamper yourself is the name of the game. So I hope that was helpful.
Okay. Crystal, 1983. Welcome to the show. I don't remember the name before. My ex N, I suppose that's his first initial of his name. No, maybe not.
My ex never reached
Never
out to me.
reached
Yeah,
out to me. It's capital N.
I know.
My ex never reached out to me. It's been so stressful looking for closure.
Okay,
What are your thoughts?
okay. What first thing that came up from spirit is sometimes we don't always get closure. And I'm not seeing anything coming in from this individual to give you closure, because quite frankly, it feels like that. I don't know if this person can't express their emotions, or maybe they don't even know how to put it into words, or they may not know what they're feeling. Um, they're just saying, I know it's very stressful, but you're just going to kind of have to go within and just realize that. Thank you. Irina's saying, and she's my joy guide, she says, start writing a journal about your emotions. And she says, monitor it and put the date on it, because it feels like the more that you start working on that, it's like you're going to go through a series of different emotions. Like when somebody dies, I don't really know when they cross over, how people will, Bobby, you might know how they like go through anger, and then they get
Yeah.
sad, and then they get empowered. I'm not for sure what those
Denial.
are,
Yeah.
but they're saying that's kind of what she's going to go through, and journal it and kind of Google what are the emotions when people cross over, because it's something about that. They're saying you're going to go through the same thing. That is what's going to give you closure. So, and don't expect it from the other individual, because at this point we don't see where it's going to, this person's not going to be much help to you on that.
Okay. Well, I hope that helped.
Okay.
I don't know if I can pronounce this name. Oyobola.
Yeah, I don't know.
Their name is Yemi.
Okay, let's see what we
So
got.
needs reading.
Okay. First thing that came up is they showed me a beautiful smile. And they're saying that I'm just seeing this wonderful light radiating out from you. Um, you affect people even when you don't talk to them. It's almost as if you uplift their vibration. And again, you don't even have to carry on a conversation with people. And you can do this even when you feel down and out, even when you feel like your life might be falling apart. You always seem to, maybe you're doing it consciously or unconsciously, but you're helping other people. You tend to put other people before you. Thank you. What comes around goes around, they said. If you don't like the way your life is going right now, they said, just hang on to your hat, because it's going to start to get a lot better. And your team talks really quickly. One thing that they're saying too is some people like to, do a good deed. I do a good deed. And then here comes something good back, because it's the yin and the yang, it's the way the universe rolls. It's almost like you do a lot of good, and it's not coming back to you. But they're saying you're kind of saving up in the iCloud in the sky for something really good and really impactful and powerful to come to you. So they're just saying, hang on, because I just heard Spirit say justice will be served. So,
Oh, interesting.
yeah. Well, I think what they're kind of saying too is it really is what you put out, you get back. It may not come in the way that you expect or as quickly as what you expect, but it eventually will. Some people call it karma. It's just the law of the universe. So,
Yeah. Kind of reminds me, remember that show, My Name is Earl? You don't remember that name?
it sounds familiar, but I can't remember.
Talking about karma. He did bad things and now he's had to do good things to make up for it. It was it was a comedy show, half hour comedy. Just Google it. Google it.
Yeah, I
It was
know.
really
Huh.
funny.
Now I'm curious.
Okay. Well, Google it. I mean, if there's anybody on here on the chat right now remembers My Name is Earl, let us know. Um,
Huh.
Bite Size Comedian. She is a comedian. Yes, also a singer. Wow. Untapped potential with my creativity, feeling more isolated as of late.
Hmm. Sometimes being isolated, although I hate to feel isolated and I hate the feeling of loneliness. And I can feel lonely even when I'm around people. You know, I have a lot of people around me all the time, kids, grandkids, husband, but I can still feel lonely. That that tells me that it's time for me to go within. And so when you feel the isolated, take advantage of it and sit in silence and present a question. And we do see where you are very creative. And again, even though you say you're a singer and you're a comedian, we feel that those are just a couple of things that you've tapped into, but there's still going to be a couple of more. You might feel like you're flatlined a little bit and life's not really making you happy. That's when you're going to start to open up another door or another channel in your life. And it also is going to be serving people. So,
Hmm. Okay. She knows it's meant for her to go within right now. Thanks so much for your insight. Happy you like the name. Whenever she gets on stage, the audience always laughs.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great name.
Yeah. Um, Welcome back, Marie. You've got the same kind of internet that Sherry does, I guess.
Hey, I got mine fixed now. Yeah.
Yeah, let's hope, right?
Yeah.
Uh, Yemi, you are welcome. Um, Maria has a kid's question again.
Okay.
When do you see her um, having her first kid?
First thing that popped up is like 35, 36. So,
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go. Another 3 years.
and Maria, same thing for you. You feel
It's
very lonely. This is the time again, just like we told this other bite-sized comedian. I love that. Is to kind of go within and feel the pain. Don't don't make yourself busy, busy, busy. I tend to do this when I feel sad or angry. I clean house because that's what I do during the, and that makes me feel normal. And I keep busy so I won't have to feel the emotions. They're saying sit with that lonely feeling. You're not going to make it empowered. You're not going to give it more strength. It actually is going to do the opposite. And that's all that emotion wants to do, is to be acknowledged. So when you acknowledge it, then it'll be like, hey, Maria acknowledged me, so I'm out of here. Doesn't mean that you're never going to feel lonely again, because it comes up in layers like an onion. But sit with it. This is your time to do some inner work. And one last thing, anytime that you get the opportunity to give yourself a compliment, if you look in the mirror, give yourself a compliment. If you, whatever it is, oh wow, I can really cook good, this tastes good, or whatever, any chance that you get, build up your confidence by giving yourself compliments. So
Well, I'll never be saying that to myself.
What? That you're.
I'm a good cook. It tastes good. Nah.
I do. I'm not a
I can
good
cook
cook.
oatmeal. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Still think she has her two kids?
And again, it does come up to teetering 3. Uh, and again, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier, the soul contracts. You contracted, I'm looking at the Akashic records of these children. But again, remember what we said earlier, it can be changed. So, I could say, yes, you're going to have these kids. You could have 1,000 psychics tell you this. And you could say, you know what? I don't like kids. I'm not going to have any. So you have the free will, but comes in at the most probable for you.
Okay.
That's what I see.
Okay. One other for her she knows she needs to work on her self love. So that's good. Back to the bite sized comedian. She's got a question. Any insight on her sons, Eden and Isa? Eden is 10. Isa is 8. He's a little ahead of his time.
Okay. Let's go into, I don't invade their privacy. I'm going to go to their higher self. Let's start with the 10-year-old here just a bit. They do show me that this child, a lot like you, likes to be on stage. Now, not that this child is going to be a comic, but always kind of, I guess we want to say, likes attention, is able to make people laugh as well as you, a really good listener. This kid picks up on things that other people don't pick up on. Very good. He's only 10 years old, but when this kid gets older, going to be a highly sensitive, a highly empathic child. Might struggle because he's not going to know what energy is his and what emotions and energies are others. So this is this is wonderful because you're working on your spiritual advancement, and then you're going to be able to help your son with his, because Eden feels like very empathic, might even close down and be quiet a lot of times. The 8-year-old, you said, is ahead of his time. This child will get bored very easily. I'm no doctor. I'm not saying that this kid has ADHD, but this child will get bored very easily. I do see where the potential is that this child will own his own business at some point because he's going to find out very early in life he's going to make more money working for himself. And quite frankly, he's not going to like people telling him what to do. So I hope that was helpful. That's just a little snippet on the children.
Okay, I hope that helps. Debbie Castle. I don't know if you can read for someone who's not present. Her niece is having a very hard time, and she's trying to support her. Are there any messages or thoughts that coming through to you for her?
All right. Debbie, can you type in what is her first name real quick? I do like to just hear the name or see the name.
Okay.
So
While Debbie's doing that, why don't you talk to Posey? She's 17, he or she, I don't know, 17-year-old. She wants a reading about her college and her future.
Okay, the first thing that came up, I just see like a locomotive, and it may be slow going, but man, when you set your mind to something, nothing's going to get in your way. And we see where you just steamroll through that. You might, their spirit is cautioning you not to take on too many classes. It feels like you would be able to take on more classes than what the normal person takes on. I never went to college, so I don't know what they're talking about, but they're just saying um, you would be able to do it, but they're just saying don't raise the bar really high for yourself. Um, you,
Enjoy college, right?
huh?
Enjoy college.
Right, because it feels like when she gets focused, nothing's gonna stop this person.
He or she, I'm not
Right.
sure what, but
But they are showing me that whatever it is that you're thinking right now that you're gonna do as a career, we do see where that might change. So, and that's
oh,
okay. So, you're very young. It's okay. You can
yeah,
change your
yeah.
mind. So,
I was going to be a Mr. Softy Man when I was young,
oh
so
my
I
God,
don't
Bobby. I remember you wanted to be a Mr. Softy
know.
Man, I swear, for like 10 years.
I know it.
I wanted to be a gym teacher
Did
for
you?
like 7 years. Yeah. So somewhere
Ice
out there,
cream.
there's a Bobby who's driving around
In
in an
some
ice cream
in
truck.
some multiverse, there is another ice cream empire that has
Yeah.
Bob White's name on it.
Uh-huh. Oh my God, it's funny.
uh, Bite-sized comedian. True about Eden. Thank you so much. Also, true. Isa gets bored easily. Pretends to be a real estate agent
That is hysterical.
for 8-year-old.
You know what? I got to tell you, that struck something else in spirit. It comes in funny ways. You think he's pretending? He might really be a real estate agent,
In a
pulling
past life.
right and pulling it in. But it feels like it more could be commercial real estate.
Wow, really?
You know, when I was a
That's
kid,
that's more money.
oh, it definitely is. When I was a kid, I used to want to go around and clean up the neighborhood and pick up trash. I own a cleaning business, you know? So,
Yeah, that's
uh,
funny.
yeah.
Okay, Debbie's got back with us. Name is Victoria.
Okay, Debbie,
Her
thanks.
her niece
One thing
having a
that
hard time.
Spirit is saying for you, Debbie, is sometimes you don't have to say anything. Sometimes you just have to be a really good listener. And that's what they're saying will really help uh, Tori for
Nickname
short.
Tori.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
okay. They're just saying be a really good listener because Spirit's funny. They show me you with the great big ear, and that always means be a good listener. Sometimes you don't even have to talk. Let her just almost talk and talk and talk, uh, because it feels like that's going to be her therapy. Also, I don't know if she has any animals, a cat or a dog. It feels like that would be a really good emotional support for Victoria as well.
Okay. So if she doesn't have one, maybe that's something that Debbie could do.
Yeah, get her one, but nobody wants somebody to buy them a dog or a cat because, unless
Why?
they want one. Well, unless they want one, you just can't say, hey, guess here, Bobby, I bought you a present
Oh,
and bring you a dog. I mean,
well, that's true. So,
yeah.
okay, Maria. Oh, Maria's getting her money's worth out of you tonight.
Hmm.
I'm wondering, will I ever attend nursing school? I'm an educated preschool teacher and a healthcare worker.
Okay. We see where that is on the back of the burner for you. We're not saying that uh, that's not going to happen. We're just saying that we don't see it happening anytime soon for you. So,
Okay. She's worked with the sick and elderly, mentally disabled people 14 years. Wow.
aw,
Now a preschool teacher. Good.
good
She's
for
got
you.
a lot of different careers. So that's great.
Wow. I'm telling it takes a certain person to be able to work with people like that. Thank God for people like her because
Oh, yeah, I know. Especially the elderly. God, I could never do that.
I just I,
I know I'm old. I'm the elderly, but
I
God,
can't
old people just bug me.
I can't be around somebody if they throw up. I'm like, "Ugh," or like trying to change diapers. Like, I,
Oh, God, yeah. um, Isa, the 8-year-old, gives a hard time going to sleep. Definitely a challenge.
mhm,
Well, if this one's a star seed, they're going to give her a challenge, huh?
mhm, yeah.
Um,
Um, one thing real quick, I don't know why this came up. Well, I do because Spirit gives me messages. They're showing me with that child. It might help to put things up on his ceiling. Sometimes they make those little stars you can put up there, and at night they glow.
yeah.
To where he feels like he's laying down, looking up at the sky and the stars. We think that might help him.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Debbie, thank you so much. She does have a support dog.
Okay, good.
So
That really, people don't give, I call them animals, our furry little friends, enough credit. They really do help transmute trauma and pain and suffering from their owners.
oh yeah. I'd
So
heard that too. Yeah.
they do.
Maria, I know this is on the back burner, Sherry, but do you see her going to college for nursing school anytime? Um,
We don't see anytime soon. Um, I'm honestly, I'm not picking it up. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I'm just not seeing it right now for you. Because again, it feels like you're trying to make yourself really busy, and trying not to feel. Because it feels like that you still have work to do um, with whatever you were talking about with the children and the elderly. It feels like that there's still work that needs to be done, because if you started the nursing school, that would make you less available for some of those other positions. And it feels like this is just not the right time for you. Not that you can't do it. Of course, you have free will. You can do anything you want. If you want to go to college for nursing, go right ahead. But we're just seeing that it might be a little bit easier if you maybe want to do it a little later on, but it's up to you. So,
okay. All right, good. Marcella, dogs are the best. My daughter has 2 cats.
I was going to
Oh my
say,
God.
I kind of switched teams. We had dogs our whole life growing up. We never had a cat
No, never.
ever.
Our
And
mom was afraid of cats. Remember when she was
yeah,
a kid, she got a cat came and hissed at her or something, and she was so young. It impressed on her so much. She never wanted a cat. Never got a
yeah.
cat. Crazy.
Well, I broke the chain because I switched teams.
Uh,
And when I had my cat Jeff and Candy, so I'm kind
I
of a cat
know.
person.
I'm not old, according to Marie. That's good.
Ah, there you go.
Marisa, uh, Marcella loves old people.
Yay.
Yay. Um,
I keep forgetting we're old, Bobby.
I know it. It doesn't seem like it. It just like yesterday I was 25. Seriously.
Well, uh, I was looking through the photo albums, remember, and I said, "Oh, look how pretty I was," and then it made me sad because I'm like,
I
when you look
know.
in the mirror,
I
but
know. I know what you mean. When you sit back and look at pictures, you just kind of like your your whole spirit goes back to that time.
yeah,
You're almost like remote viewing that
yep,
that past.
hmm
So it's crazy. Um, Maria, going to work with kids, school kids.
We like kids and old people for you, Maria, and everybody in between. I could hear Irene say it. Tell her everybody in between.
Yeah, right. Um, Isaac loves nature and science. Funny you should say that. He actually asked me to get the glow in the dark room decoration.
Oh
You are
wow,
so awesome. So, wow, hit on that pretty good.
yeah.
Um, I know I'm wise. Miss Sherry, I don't. I guess. I guess you are. Well, your
Yeah,
spirits are. You're just talking.
I
You're
know.
just. You're just talking. You're just saying what they're telling you to say.
Yeah, because I think we've gone through this. I am truly like a straw that there's nothing in here. And so that's why it just goes through.
Yeah. Trust me. She's telling you the truth. It's just a
Well,
straw.
that's why we had to switch the show up, because the last show you kept having me talk about a subject, and then I'd have to go back into spirit and talk with spirit, and then talk about a subject, and I'm like, oh, I can't do it. Like, let's stick with one and with the other.
Yeah. So, Marcella, dog passed away. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
Um, I know that's one thing with the animals. They don't live as long as humans, and they
yeah,
pass, and so that, you know,
traumatizing.
it does really does. Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
Marcella, you can still communicate. Animals are our furry little friends. They still communicate just like humans on the other side. They can be your guides. They can help be your guides, believe it or not.
yeah, I've heard that.
So, talk with your little furry friend and tell them to show you a sign. They can give
Oh,
signs just like humans do.
yeah. Okay, Sunrise Jesus. Leaving the company soon. Can you read it? Can you? What do you see for him or her?
Okay, let's
I'll
see.
just say Jesus.
I love these names that people.
And, so,
Ah,
can you give Jesus a reading?
yeah, let's give it a good college try. Okay, let's see what comes up here. It, it feels like this company might want you're either going to stay a little bit longer than what you think, not a whole lot longer, or they might want you to and sweeten the pot something where you may not be leaving the company as soon as what you think. But then here we go. We do see you. And man, when you do, you're out lickety split. I hear the guide say you're out of there. So let's see what else. I'm leaving a company soon. Can you read it? Yeah, that's kind of what's picking up. Um, we do see where you might be surprised at how quickly you get another offer. You might even already have another job lined up, but it feels like that you might get a pick. There might be more than one offer for you on another position. Doesn't mean you're going to take it, but they're just showing me that you must be a good worker because people, even the place where you're at, might still want you to stay or want to pick your brain more.
Interesting. Well, there's always money, right? They can pick the brain for a little bit of money.
That's right.
Yeah. Will there ever be an ending to Marie and Philip?
Not if you don't let go of it.
Mhm.
uh, and if you keep revisiting it, and you're just what you're doing is you're just kind of slowing yourself down, Maria. You're blocking other people, other relationships to come in. Um, so again, we're going to reiterate what we talked to you, some of the things we said earlier to kind of work on those. So
Okay. Readings on Zoom. You don't do Zoom, do you, Sherry? Or have you done a reading
I
for Zoom?
I have done Zoom. Um, Yeah, because yes, I have. It is a possibility. So if somebody right up there, go to psychicshari.com, you can book a read, but you would have to leave me a message like, hey, I would like for you for this to be Zoom. And then
Okay.
we can do it that way.
Ah, all right. So you have done it before.
I have, but um, it, I prefer just a regular phone because I can do them in my jammies and don't have to have any makeup on or anything. But I mean, I could duty myself up, I suppose, and get dressed. If somebody really wanted one on Zoom, and I do have some people that really do.
Do they?
Hmm.
Mm, okay. Um, Bite sized comedian. Okay, to ask another question. Do you see a relocation happening for me to Florida in the coming months? I want to leave New York City. Well, I don't blame you. I've heard New York City.
Yeah,
So
got to tell you, it really does come in at a pretty high probability. Spirit just showed me a map of the United States, and they showed like a lot of times they'll do this with me. They'll show like an airplane. It goes, and it showed me like that. We're just saying that that comes in at about an 80% probability that that could happen.
Really? You have a time frame?
They're talking within 3 months.
Wow. That's pretty quick.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean that she'll actually move them, but she might get the wheels might start turning then. So.
Yeah. Okay. We were very telepathic. She showed me pictures when she was still here. Be honest, I don't remember the other conversation, but
Yeah, I don't either.
so. Okay. Jesus wants out of that company. So,
yeah. One thing,
right. Yeah.
One thing that Spirit is saying that might kind of help sunrise Jesus a little bit is every day when you go in there, if you think, oh my God, I hate this place, I hate everybody here, you're going to have a bad day every day. If you walk in there and think, you know what, I can do this for another couple of whatever weeks, or I can do this for a little bit longer. It's all right. I've lasted this long. That will try to make your day a little bit better.
Okay. And apparently he has 2 offers.
Oh, well, there you go. That's what we said.
I assume this is one in Florida and one in Tennessee.
Well, we got a lot of people scooching on over to Florida, huh?
No taxes. Neither one of those states have
Wow.
income tax, personal income tax.
Huh.
So
go with your gut feeling on that, whether it be Florida or Tennessee. Sometimes on paper, something might look really good, but it might not feel as good. It almost feels like one might look really good on paper and one might look good on paper, but not as good as the other one. Go by your gut feeling.
Oh, okay. So he's in Florida now, so that the Tennessee would be a nice
change of pace.
Yeah.
Something about the mountains.
Seasonal, yeah.
They just showed me the mountains. Just beautiful. That kind of reminded me of Brown County. And they said, the mountains we love.
Interesting.
This is so weird. And I'm just going to bring this up. And I know how whenever I think of mountains and stuff like that, I always think of like Bigfoot. And I am a true believer in Bigfoot. I don't know if you are. I really am. I'm telling you, there's a lot of spiritual stuff that can happen in mountains and in the woods. You're with the nature kingdoms. You're with the elementals, the sprites, the gnomes. There's a lot of people can really get a lot of spiritual help when they go into the woods.
Interesting.
Now, I wouldn't want to see Bigfoot or Sasquatch. I would be a little leery.
Just a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Marcella was talking about her dog. Okay, that makes sense. Bite Size would love to move to Florida.
Oh, okay.
It's a trust company. Interesting. Why don't we go ahead and I think we read most people that wanted to read. I've got 4 people here that sent you an email that wants a reading.
Okay.
Let's open up your mailbag.
Okay.
A little bit and see if you can give them a quick read. Hopefully they'll watch the show and we'll be able to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
First one is Emma J. I know you've seen these emails.
Mm-hmm.
I
can still feel the vibration.
Yeah, Emma J.
Yeah. First thing that comes up for Emma is it feels like you're letting other people hold you back, because they just show me you tethered backwards, and it's other people, and they're just saying, you have the scissors, you can cut that cord, you can go forward. You don't have to have anybody's approval to do what you want to do. because it feels like whatever it is that you're voicing to other people, they're trying to talk you out of it. Oh, you don't want to do that. That's not going to be good for you. And they're saying, block your ears, do what you want to do.
Okay,
So,
interesting. Before we get to our next one, Jesus here wants to switch to another company because her sister's trying to control him or her. Jesus was a guy, right? So must be him trying to control him. And if I leave, I lose her control. So, hey,
you
maybe
could,
that's a good thing.
yeah, but you could still lose her control and be here.
Or
That talk
there.
about it. Yeah. Talk about a soul contract. I hope you were here at the beginning of the conversation that Bobby and I had. Family members, they're the biggest ones. Did he say the sister? I want to switch. Yeah.
She is Jesus is a she.
Okay. Bobby, you're funny. Jesus is a guy, right? I think both.
Yeah.
um,
There you go.
yeah, family can push your buttons. They call family the other F word, so it's like they can push your buttons like no others. Um, but if you just try to run from that, you may find yourself running into somebody else who may not be your sister, but who controls you too. So you might want to try to work on this while you're still here, would be your best bet.
Mm. She's the trustee, apparently,
Okay.
wielding a little power, she thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next up for your mailbag,
Mm-hmm.
Olivia T.
Boy, instantly what comes up for her, very creative. Step outside of your boundaries. When you have a vision to do something creative, do it. You don't have to think, oh, will this sell? Will people buy it? Who cares? Because whenever you make something, it is going to be filled with love. People are going to pick that up. They're kind of showing me like a painting. Let's use that. People are going to feel the energy that you put into that painting, and it will make you money. If whatever you want that you're passionate about, they say that I see dollar signs around it. So,
Oh, okay. Just a little bit more for her from Jesus. She signed an agreement for her to have control. So she signed an agreement for her sister to have control. It does not follow her to another job. If she gets a new company, the direction agreement doesn't follow her. So it's very interesting.
mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not. That's a lot kind of analytical for me. I'm kind of a little lost there. I'm not quite for sure what the question was.
Well, it's just information, I think. She's just letting you know that the control her sister has on her will go away if she leaves this company.
Okay, because
Some sort of
we were
employment.
talking to another one that's leaving a company too, right?
Right. This is a
Okay.
different.
Okay. All right. I think they're kind of
Yeah.
intertwining. Okay.
Okay. Next up here, Carter B.
Okay. One thing they're saying with Carter, they'd like for you to have eyes in the back of your head. And what they're saying with that is kind of watch the people around you, because it feels like you just can't trust every single person. This feels like it's in the work arena. Can't always trust everybody. So less is more when it comes to words, because you don't want to give somebody some ammunition, so to speak, that they might be able to use later. So less is more is what they're talking about with the words.
Okay. And finally, Phyllis B. Feeling
Okay.
anything?
First thing that came up, instantly they show me that just split down the middle, and you don't know which way to go. Spirit wants me to tell you, whichever way you go, it's still going to end up okay. Because it feels like you're scared to make a decision and you're almost frozen and you're not going forward. You're not doing anything. They're saying, just try it. If it doesn't work, that's okay. Then regroup and try something else. But don't get paralyzed in fear to where you can't move forward, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So that's the
Okay.
message for them.
All right. Well, I hope it helps them.
Mm-hmm.
One more from Maria. Will I meet someone new, and how will this guy be?
First of all, again, they're going back to, let's work on ourselves, Maria. Let's get over Philip first. We don't want to, we want to be able to get over the hurt first. We don't want to just try to pull somebody in to kind of stuff down those emotions. Because they're not showing me anybody right now, because like we said, that door is closed. You're blocking that from coming in because your energy is back, keeps going back to Philip. That's what's hindering you. So if you want to meet somebody new, then we would go back to what we said earlier. Work on yourself and work on cutting the cords with Philip.
Raise your vibrations.
Yep.
So it will attract the high vibration people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Marcella wants to know what about love for her?
Didn't we just do her?
No, that was Maria.
Oh, okay.
They're just back and forth.
I
know
know.
you're just so confused.
I know. It's
Hopefully your spirits have got it right.
I know, because I'm like, okay, I can't do this. All right, let's see what we've got here. One thing that's coming up is we love the way that the bar is kind of high for you. And Spirit says, don't lower it and don't settle. Like they want you to make a checklist of what it is that you want in a person. And don't waver. If somebody comes in, oh, check. Oh, wait, not checking this box or that one, then, move on. They're just saying don't waver and kind of
Really
keep the bar high.
Hmm.
Not so high that it's unattainable, but they don't want her to settle.
Okay. It's okay to have friends, though.
Well, yeah, she's talking about love life.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah. And you can have a lot of lovers. No, you can play the field, but they're just saying, really make a list and wait till you find somebody that meets all of the check marks.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How about we do some alphabet messages?
All righty.
I usually save these to near the end. So now we're going to do some alphabet messages.
Okay.
Shari is going to provide a spiritual message to everyone that's either listening to the show right now or through a future recorded version of this. It'll work either way. So now everyone watching the show right now needs to select a letter. The letter's either going to be A, B, or C. Now don't think about it. Whatever immediately popped into your head, that's your letter. Because if you just gave it a second of thought, that's your mind. And we want the spirit. Spirit is instantaneous. So now that we have our letter, Shari is going to provide a spiritual message and guidance for you based upon that specific letter. Shari, you ready to go?
Yep. All right. So for those of you who have picked A, Spirit is saying allow emotions to come up and feel them. I think this came up a little bit earlier. It's kind of funny. I always do these alphabet messages before the show. I call in Spirit, and it just lines up with some of the reads that we did this evening. But if you picked A, allow emotions to come up and feel them. Don't get busy and try to distract yourself so you don't feel it. It wants to be acknowledged and feel it and ask, what can I learn from this emotion? And another thing that Spirit talked about is when you feel that emotion, what memory are you having? What thought is it? Something like, oh, well, no wonder I feel this because of that. And does it take you back to something in the past? If it does, then that is your spirit team saying this is something you might want to go back and work on. All right. Now, if you picked B, Spirit said that you might feel like that your life is very hectic right now. You might feel like that there's so much going on, you're never going to get things to settle down. And they're just saying that they will. And try not to worry, because they're just showing me that you can feel like you've got 25 things that are going wrong one day, and you go to bed and nothing changes, but then you wake up and you're like, wow, that's not so bad. So they're just saying try not to have meltdowns when you feel overwhelmed, when life gets really hectic, because they're just saying when it gets almost too much for you, kind of pull yourself out of the emotion and just really examine what's going on. And when an emotion comes up, when you're examining what's going on, then say, no, I'm not going to acknowledge you right now. I just want to be the observer. So that's what's coming up if you picked B. And it's funny, if you picked C, Spirit told me come up with not only plan B, but plan C. So what they're talking about is, of course, we all have things that we want to happen. We plan things in the future. So many times it doesn't turn out the way we think it should, or as fast as what we want, or it might turn out totally wrong. And that's okay, because when they say come up with plan B or plan C, this way, okay, I'm prepared. This isn't working the way I expected. That's all right, because now I'm going to try something different. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. So that's what they're saying. Try plan B. If that doesn't work, that's all right, because I've already thought about this. I'm going to come up with plan C. So those are the alphabet messages. I hope they were helpful. And
Okay.
again, I forgot to ask you, Bobby, did you pick a letter?
Yeah, B. I picked B this time.
So things might feel hectic, and I don't even know what all I said. Make a list, maybe. I don't even know.
Uh, level your emotions. Don't go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Different things like that. I know. Um, lately, I've been going on to these mainstream media news shows, Fox, MSNBC, CNN, and in all the fighting back and forth, and
Oh,
the lying back and forth, and it just it's like uh, WWF wrestling. It's
yeah,
almost like they're going back and forth, but it's almost like they're doing it just to rile people up.
yeah,
And it's not like they actually mean this stuff. It's just they want people to get, riled up.
yeah. Divide, that way they can conquer. Um, that's the,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of times I can't, I watch the news a little bit because I travel a lot. I need to see if the roads are closed or if we need to boil water or something. But yeah, some of it is just, I feel like it's third graders fighting. It's like, can't we just, I kind of wish we would go to all spiritual leaders, no
Wow.
Democrat, no Republican, just spiritual leaders who want the best for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I just have to tune it out is what I have to do. Just not watch it at all.
Yeah, because it,
And
it really does affect your
it
emotions.
really does.
And not only the news, like when people watch murder, death, kill movies all the time, or anything, your body can't distinguish between a vivid reality a vivid imagination or reality. So it's going to affect your physical body.
Yeah, I can believe it. Those horror movies, I don't watch them.
I don't either. I do not like scary
And
movies at
and
all.
I'm telling you, even we're in Indianapolis here, so we're big Indianapolis Colts fans.
Hmm.
Sometimes I get so nervous, I have to turn away. I can't watch the show.
You know what
Or
I
I
do?
get up and go to the bathroom at a convenient time, you know? I
You
just
know what I do? I do all of my cooking on Sunday for the week. And there's a reason I can't sit there. I'm like you, I bite my fingernails off. I get up and go chopping carrots
yeah,
and
I
everything
know.
to
I
try
just
to.
can't. It's hard to watch it.
Yeah,
And it
I
was like
love it.
that with the Pacers too last year when they were in the
Uh,
finals. Man, I thought I'd stroke out here. You know? So, uh, so I have to, yeah, I really like to be, zen, like calm, and I don't like to be like frustrated. And these news shows are just like frustrating me. And I'm
yeah,
gonna have to turn it off. I know I am.
yeah.
Debbie, awesome messages. Thanks again. All right.
Thank you,
Always
Debbie.
is the right one. So seem to nail it for Debbie. That's good.
Good.
Marcellus, thank you too.
Thank you, Marcella.
You know what? I think we're butting up almost an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's time for us to say our goodbyes
Yeah.
to everyone. I hope everyone had a good time. I hope Sherry. I think we got to everybody. I hope
Yeah.
you the reads were understandable and were of some benefit and had some value. So thanks for tuning in today's show, and thanks to all of you. Um,
Yeah.
share their
Thanks,
readings
everybody.
with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you liked them as always. If you have a topic you'd like us to discuss or questions for Sherry to answer, put that down in the comments section and we'll try to get to that hopefully next week.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to book your own private reading with Sherry, just go up to psychicsherry.com, click on the schedule now button. Uh, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We want to try and get as many people on here as possible. Click the bell icon too, to be notified when we've got new videos that we put out there. And once again, thanks a lot, everybody. We will see you all again, hopefully next Wednesday,
Yep.
6 o'clock.
Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks
Take
for
care.
tuning in.